Welcome to episode 2 of the summer tour of GCAS.
After being in Santa Fe for a few days, I drove across New Mexico into Arizona and met up with Lucy and Pancho. Flagstaff proved to be a wealth of artistic and creative resources at 7,000 feet altitude, or about 2,500 meters. It's located about an hour south of the Grand Canyon, which was kindly shown to us by local artist and professor Shawn Skabelund. We even saw one of the most rare snakes in the world, the pink Grand Canyon rattlesnake.
Hi everyone, I'm Dylan, and this is Katherine. And we're traveling around the United States for 3 to 4 weeks. And we were passing through Flagstaff, Arizona on the way to the Grand Canyon when we found out that Creston was in town, pretty crazily. And so we decided to stop by and finally met Creston after a whole year. We're both students headed to Vancouver for the next year.
Algorithm studies, critical algorithm studies.
Been together for
A year and a half,
yeah.
a little longer. We met at UVA and we met up at a bar at Crozet.
You're heading off to the Grand Canyon now,
Yep. On our way.
so we'll look out for the snakes. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, what you are seeing now, it's a work in progress. For one hand is the video a video performance we did with Lucy when we tried to honor the dead migrants in the desert in the border between US and Mexico. And the drawings is the work that I've been doing so far for the last 3 months, when each of the drawings correspond to each of the time that me and Lucy laid down. There is 1,002 times. So there is this idea of trying to show the magnitude of the human disaster that it's happening in the border still. I don't know if it's completely necessary, that deepness, or only with 1 or 2 layers.
Many members of the Flagstaff community attended Pancho's powerful exhibition.
So I can do 8 or 10 in a good day.
I'm Bob Neustadt. I'm a professor of Latin American Studies, and I work on lots of different areas: performance, music, border studies. And a number of years ago, this guy Pancho sent me an email while I was on sabbatical and asked me if he could come write his dissertation with me on performance in Chile. And this is Pancho.
Nice. And you also are a musician.
I am a sort of a singer-songwriter, kind of a hack musician, by no means a virtuoso, but most of my songs are about the border and immigration. And as a consequence, most of them are pretty depressing. But a few are funny and utopian.
Also, just to add something, he's a great professor because he used to do this class when he took the class and the students to the border to see all the places that influence this crisis and work for the system, and people working against the system and doing things for the migrants in the border. So he's a great professor.
Well, it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Likewise.
Different types of art. I've been doing place-based installation art for almost 30 years, and that is specifically talking about the history of a locale or a place and tying it in to how that place was settled, or as Wendell Berry would say, unsettled.
After being in Flagstaff for a few days, it was time to hit the road again, heading west to Las Vegas. What was really profound about the journey from Flagstaff to Las Vegas was that we came across many indigenous tribal reservations, sacred spaces and landmarks that were very powerful. Through the desert, we reached temperatures of over 106 degrees. But we reached Las Vegas, Sin City. We all agreed that despite all the lights and the fanfare and the razzle-dazzle and, well, the kitsch culture, that it really didn't do that much for us and didn't stimulate us in any deeper way. We dropped Lucy off at the airport, and Pancho and I headed west to California through the desert. What was really great about this leg of the tour was that Pancho and I were given opportunities to talk about our research in depth, GCAS operations, and different projects that we're doing. But we finally arrived in San Diego, where we reunited with Manuel and Antonio. The last time I saw them was in Chile, Santiago. What are you doing?
I'm prepare the materials for weaving. I want with this trilonco. It's a kind of belt, maybe, but for head, I don't know what is the name. This is the mimicani, the technique. It's for Alejandra, part of my community.
Adios from us. Thanks for watching. Tonight I'm heading to meet up with an investor in GCAS College, and next week we'll have interviews from Manuel, Antonio, Kevin, Oliver Stone, and many more. Join us next time.